Hi everyone, today I would like to talk with you about one of the most controversial, I would say, Call of Duty games ever. In recent years, in my opinion, there's only two of them, Call of Duty Vanguard, which has flopped dramatically, and the other one, believe it or not, actually I very much enjoyed Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I had a very good time in this game, even better, much better in fact, than first half of the Modern Warfare 3. Even though MW3, in my opinion, is much better than it used to be on the release, and now it's one of the better CODs that's out there right now. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Black Ops 6. I will make a big video about Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Everyone obviously talking about it, and for good reasons, but it's just, I'm telling you guys, if you haven't played Black Ops 6 and you're looking forward to buy this game, I heavily advise you not to do this, okay? Because I'm not kidding. It might look good, might look interesting, but if you actually ever played FPS shooter before, it would be a nightmare for you, this game. It is a nightmare to play. It's absolutely destroying my nervous system. I tell you that much. I mean, it's that bad. At least for me. But enough about that. Today I actually want to talk with you about Modern Warfare 2. Now, one of the biggest complaints I hear about this game from different people is that it lacked content on release. Although, arguably, it wasn't that bad. But it was kind of bad with maps, I would say, yeah. Maps was not a strongest side of this game on launch and half a year, I would say, into the launch. But this game still I'm sorry, I just comparing this game to other Call of Duties, and this game delivered so much. We actually didn't appreciate it, like all of this stuff enough. First of all, for me as a gun fan, for example, it had a lot of guns. Yeah, you may say that most of them was like kind of repetitive ones, and I get what you're saying. It was like a bunch of what it seemed like AK variants, AR variants, which is like annoying, and I can get that. But still, it had some variety. If you wanted to experiment with, I don't know, with different weapons and with different builds, you had a very good space to, to experiment, to try something new and build your own meta, sort of. You'll be right, there was a bunch of repetitive guns. It's true, but still, they had slightly different statistics. This game also introduced, how you call it, like adjusting of modifications with the sliders. I don't remember really how it called, but it was something new. Obviously, it failed because no one really liked this feature, but nevertheless, it was there. I'll tell you what, there still is a lot of attachments, and I like it. I love it, absolutely. There was actually, like, first aftermarket parts that became a staple for MW3 first appeared in MW2. Actually, you know what? No, it first appeared in MW 2019, yeah. I just realized. There was, for example, that Makarov gun, and you had an attachment that if you put this barrel on, you can make this pistol fully automatic. Same with, for example, M4A1. If you slap the SMG magazine, you just made a SMG out of this. It had some of that too, not as much as in MW19, for example. I actually like this feature because if you just think about it, it adds so much variety. It's just not like you're getting, like, I don't know, each season you got 2, maybe 3 new guns. You got much more because Modern Warfare 3, for example, there was this aftermarket part system that absolutely changes the way you handle this gun. It just changes the gun. It was absolutely a new way to play. It's just like you're getting twice as much guns each season. It was so awesome. They was kind of mid None of them was really meta or something, but it's still something different, okay? I all for the variety. Weirdly enough, even if this variety is just visual, you know, or in the sound of the gun, it still just brings something new. Might sound stupid, absolutely, and I understand that, but this is just shows how desperate I am, okay? Yeah, and I talked so much about the guns just because, as I said before, I'm a gun geek. I love weapons. I love when in games there is a lot of variety of weapons, and not just, you know, famous ones that I know, Desert Eagle, M4A1, AK-47 or 74, whatever. Just when developers add something different, you know, some new guns that we haven't seen or you know, is not that popular. It's always fun to see something like that. Like for example, I absolutely loved gunpool of Black Ops Cold War. Oh yeah, there was some unique guns there. Okay, do you remember? Freaking underwater dart gun, like a Soviet one. You remember with a wide magazine? Freaking British old school assault rifle without the chamber. I mean, it just was so many cool things. But okay, let's notice elephant in the room. And don't worry, I'm gonna be talking about the flaws of the game because I know that it's hated. And as I said before, there is good reasons for that. We're gonna talk about this later, okay? For a second now, maps. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a very casual player. I'm not remember even half of these maps. But I can describe some of them that I liked. Maybe you can relate to this as well. Yeah, they added shipment at one point, but I think it was like I don't remember how much, but it was like very late in the game. They understand that as soon as they unleash shipment, they will be grinding this non-stop, basically. That's what I did because it's yeah, it may be not that fun, and I understand that, but it's honestly easiest way to grind skins, you know, progress your weapons. Once again, it might be not as fun for some people, but I like grind stuff in games. It brings weird satisfaction to me. But yeah, I get why people say that, and I get why they feel like that. I still like. It's a very freaking dumb, like a stupid map. Okay, I mean it's not that stupid. People played it. It got some of the formula there, right? I mean, there's something good about it, but I mean, it deletes like a whole idea of strategy or any interesting gameplay flow. This is why most of the people hate this. I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. Actually, I think opposite is true. Most of the people like this, but I understand why people don't play it. Okay, also, it's not as fun. But if you into grinding your skins, your mastery camos, or even after that, you can grind the weapon charms, right? For the mastery, you get all the mastery, and then you just get kills with each mastery camo or something like that. Well, that seems like a stupid thing, but I still have done this myself, and Shipment is the best map for this. Also, if you like never had none of the mastery camos, you like never cared about this because for you maybe it's not worth the struggle, you know. If you like to do this the quickest way, Shipment might be this map for you. The one. Also, they added Safe House. Like these two maps, Shipment and Safe House, I think, were and still one of the most popular in MW2. But I really liked some of the base maps. For example, this whole drama with a museum. Do you remember? Map that is resembles museum. I actually kind of like this map. It was in the beta, if I remember this correctly. I actually never participated in a beta, but I played it afterwards. was also this like a training facility or something with a map where like in the middle there was a big house without the roof. Remember? And there was like a little training course. I don't remember how this map were called. One map that I absolutely despise and I hate this map, like I hate this map so much, is the like parking lot or something with a bunch of cars that exploding and killing you if you don't have a flak jacket. I mean, that was annoying. There was that. Do you remember one clip? That guy just spawning and dying, spawning and dying like 5 times or something like that, just because of the exploding cars on this map. It's just absolutely disgusting. People were exploiting that. Whenever you spawned, within 10 seconds after you did, people throwing semtexes, grenades on the enemy spawn, like, you know, on the opposite side of the map. Yeah, and the other team were doing the same thing. It just was absolute chaos, and not in a good way chaos, okay? It was a shitty experience. But yeah, but besides that, there was also a map with the how you call that shit, bro? Oh my god, yeah, I don't remember names of these maps. It's just somehow they're absolutely forgettable. Although I played this game from the beginning, I played this game so much, and somehow I don't remember all of these maps. They just forgettable for some reason. I don't know. Maybe you can relate this. Maybe you cannot. Tell me in the comments what you think about this game in general. But okay, I'll say this again. I still enjoyed Modern Warfare 2. Why? Because, yeah, okay, one of the things that people were complaining so much about is that you die so quickly in this game, and that's true. If you compare right now the time to kill in MW2 and in W3. In W3 it's much, I mean, it's still like a fast-paced game, right? Slide cancel, dive, all of that stuff. But I don't know, I just enjoyed fast TTK more. Maybe it's because I'm a PC player, you know, keyboard and mouse player. I don't know if that's the maybe that's the problem here, right? But it's just it was my cup of tea, weirdly enough. But I understand the frustration of the other people. I absolutely can see why they would hate this. Okay, especially with the sniper rifles. Oh yeah. Okay, about Battle Royale. Maybe you can relate to this, because I know that Call of Duty, I mean, weirdly enough for me, but is famous because of the Warzone. I just not enjoy Battle Royales. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't play Warzone at all, even though I'm a COD player. But even for people that play Warzone a lot, I remember like feedback on the Al Mazrah, you know, this new quote-unquote, I mean, it was new map at the time, and everyone hated it. I don't really know why. Maybe it was really empty and big. I mean, when I played MW19, I really enjoyed Verdansk, but it too seemed to me like very open and empty. Maybe I don't know something. I know that there's points of interest like a superstore, like a storage town or something. Yeah, it's just Verdansk is a very classic map. I actually understand why they bring it back in Black Ops 6. Actually looking forward to try this, because it's they present it to you like it's something new, but it's the old content. This is how people handle game development nowadays. You just bring old content and tell everyone, hey, look, you remember this? Are we gonna play on your nostalgia feelings? So you buy our fuzzy monster looking things, bundles and all that. Ninja Turtles, you know. Actually, I feel like most of you will understand that, will agree with me that COD needs to be something unique, not just another Fortnite. It's so weird when one unique game wants to be another game and it fails at this task because it's not this game, it's something unique, you know? Same thing I same thing I was observing with Battlefield. Like, it struggled to be Battlefield. It really wanted to be Call of Duty. Do you remember Battlefield 3? Do you remember Battlefield Hardline? It was just, I don't know, it's so weird, and it's always flops whenever one game wants to be something that is just not. I don't know. I feel like every game has to be something of its own. It just stop being copycat of something. Good thing they didn't include it building mechanics, right? In the Warzone. Well, this is everything that I had to say about maps. I know that it's one of the biggest pains for people. It's just, I understand why. It's just, for me, these maps are not, memorable. I just don't remember a lot of them. And other things, yeah, I do care more about, and we're gonna talk about this. Now, movement. One of the biggest complaints about this game is also that it's very slow. It feels like you moving through water or something. Your character feels slower, therefore your movement is slower. Unnecessary animations, like prolonged animations of activating kill streaks or score streaks. I don't remember. I think it was a kill streaks. Using equipment, deploying field upgrades. It was all. It's like a slowed down version, and I get this feeling that they're going for realism or something, or very similar thing. There definitely was wanted to do more realistic game, in my opinion. And Call of Duty, I wouldn't consider Call of Duty as an arcade shooter, but people just get used to a good CODs that was like a very fast paced, or at least like a medium pace. They were just not as slow. For a lot of people, that was a letdown, and I can understand that. I'm also like a fast-paced games. It's not a problem for me. It's just, I'm gonna be honest with you, I felt like it was weirdly suiting MW2. Although people still find ways to exploit that, jumping around the corners. Oh my god, it was right there in the first month. People just figure out how you can surprise your enemy in this COD, and there was jumping, a lot of jumping. It was somehow, weirdly enough, harder to defeat your enemy if you were on the receiving end of a jumping, surprise attack. And yeah, it worked. I can say that much. I remember that I was absolutely destroyed by this, that was jumping around the corner. And I was really frustrated. And then I just started to do the same thing. And I realized that, oh, okay, seems to be working. I think, I suppose it's a valid tactics against enemies. So I just started to using this also. I absolutely hated it, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I like old school shooting tactics, like shooting games, For example, in the games like Battlefield, like older ones, there was not stuff like that. There was like almost only boots on the ground. If you see enemy first, you win, sort of stuff, But it's just, I suppose people get bored of this, and people would like some interesting moves. I'm just really curious what you think about. Does it really necessary in the video games, like this abundance of movement? Does the skill gap gets bigger because of this? Tell me in the comments. I'm all for something interesting and new. Is just, I don't know. New doesn't mean good, obviously. I think that was almost everything that okay, there was like a Spec Ops or something. There was like a PvE mode that you can play with your friends. I didn't really enjoy that, to be honest. I'm not big fan of the I like PvE games, but not PvE mode in my Call of Duty. I understand that there was very popular like operations or something like Spec Ops, I think it was called. It was a game mode. It basically was like a zombies arcade. Zombies was a Black Ops thing, right? I actually very enjoyed zombies, but I rarely played this Spec Ops of the Modern Warfare. In the older ones, yeah, I did play, like Modern Warfare 3, the old one, Modern Warfare 2, that was fun. But in the new ones, I didn't like that. And I get the feeling that it wasn't really popular. People might agree with me on that. Also, I would say that MW2 had it was the last game with a really good, I mean, or maybe not really good, but actually, yeah, I would say that it was a really good single player, because all the following Call of Duty didn't had, like, MW3 had a really shitty gameplay wise single player. It's just widely known at this point. So yeah, single player in MW2 was pretty good. Yeah, I don't think there was something else. I don't think there was anything else really about this game. I remember that a lot of people used riot shields. Okay, maybe not in MW2, but in MW2 you just might have come across a lot of turtles, you know, that laying around with a trophy system near them. That was just disgusting. But it is what it is, you know. In MW3 there was less of that because of the faster paced gameplay, but still, whenever you add riot shield into your game, I don't even know the point of that. Like what for? It's not even fun. If you like wanna run and gun sort of thing with a melee, you know, just melee only, it's not fun. It's not fun to run around with a slow riot shield, annoy people. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I just wanted to share my thoughts with you. I would really appreciate if you share your thoughts also in the comments down below. I just want to start the discussion with you. I realize that this format of the videos that I'm making right now, it's maybe not suited for YouTube, but it's just, as I said before, I'm just starting, okay? I'm just trying new things. Maybe this is more suited for the like a stream. I can have a discussion with you guys. I just want to engage with people, just talk with people. I sit in my cave all day. I don't make a lot of content, even though I can. It's not difficult for me. I just lazy and procrastinating. I really need to start streaming. I would like to. And yeah, I don't talk with a human being for 5 years. It's not funny, but it's true. Okay, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.